What is up? My name is Clyde and I have pressing issues. I come to you from my dry cleaners. I talk about comic books and other stuff that interests me. And today's topic is I'm on the road to acquiring one of my own personal grails, and I want to, by the sale of some other books in my collection, accumulate enough money to save up to get one of these books. Ever since I started collecting, there's three books that were kind of high on my radar that I wanted to get that were kind of out of reach, especially for a teenager or even a young adult. I basically the big book on my list is Giant Size X-Men 1. I do also want Incredible Hulk 181 and Amazing Spider-Man 129, which is the first appearance of Wolverine and first appearance of Punisher. But first priority is the Giant Size X-Men 1. It's been a book that I've always wanted to have, and it's been out of reach. And but now if I can sell some of my books and increase my funds, right now it's a good market to be a buyer. If you can buy in this market, if you have the funds set aside, it's great. Now it's a kind of double-edged sword because I'm also looking to sell some books in the same market to save money up to buy the book that I really want. But if I can sell a handful of books, actually a big handful of books, to save up enough money for the giant size one, which right now, even for a lower grade, is probably $2,000 to $3,000 for maybe like a 3 to 4.0. So that's my goal: save up some money, get that, and just try to streamline my collection by selling books that I have duplicates of, or just don't necessarily fit my collection, or I just speculated on them. So I have a few books here that I'm looking to sell. If you please find me on Instagram, the same name, Clyde Has Pressing Issues. Look me up. I'm going to post the prices there, and I'll show the books here, post the prices there, show the books, and reach out to me. We can negotiate something. It's a good market to be a buyer. I went to a local comic show over the weekend, and just strictly to pick up supplies. I went there specifically to buy a couple short boxes because I have a couple older long boxes that I've literally had for over 30 years. They're starting to yellow, and just long boxes, in my generalization right now, is just less. It's more cumbersome. I just want to collect my books into short boxes. I feel like they're a little easier to move around, and just easier to organize in my estimation. But so I'm going to go ahead and look at was looking for that, and unfortunately at the show, the supplier who normally has great deals on these short boxes was totally out. So unfortunately, I went to show for nothing. It was not there. Was not what I went there for was not there. But I said I'm not going to make this a total bust, and I went and talked to the same seller that I bought my Web of Spider-Man 32 from at the Baltimore Comic Con. I showed off a few videos ago. I picked up a Black Panther #1 negative space variant. John Tyler Christopher. Try to get that glare off of there. Just an absolutely gorgeous cover. I think it's a fantastic book. Because, like I said before, it's a great buyer's market, I was able to negotiate a decent deal. Got it for what I feel is probably below fair market value right now. And whenever you're dealing with these small cons, or probably any cons, but if you can negotiate a deal, it's best if you can offer cash. Cash rules everything. It's always a good deal. You can probably, especially if you can bundle stuff together, you can get a good deal. But that's probably nothing you guys didn't know, but it's a little pointer for maybe some newer buyers. But let me get to the books that I'm looking to offload to get to this grail. So let me start with my one raw copy book. This is Wolverine 88. This is the first battle between Wolverine and Deadpool. This is a newsstand copy. It's kind of a medium, mid-grade book, probably a very fine minus. It's got some rub on the edges over here, so it's not going to be a 9 point anything. My estimation is probably like a 7.580, somewhere in that range. But it's still a gorgeous book, and it's kind of hard to find. It's not hard to find, but it's kind of not cheap. It's not a cheap book at all right now. So if you're interested in something like that, please reach out to me. Again, now onto the slabs. They're all CGC graded slabs. This is a 9.2 Silver Surfer number 46. This is the reappearance of Adam Warlock, who you know is going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So it's a newsstand, 9.2. Not a very expensive book, but again, might go up a little bit. I'm not one to tell you that it's going to be a hot book. If you think it's something you're interested in, reach out to me. Let me know. It's not going to be priced super high, so it should be a fun book. Again, this is a Star Wars number 7. The Dark Horse is also a newsstand, which is very rare, very hard to find at this point. Dark Horse newsstands might be 1% of the books. At that time, Dark Horse just didn't have many non-direct issues come out. This is issue number 7, the first appearance of Aura Singh. I am not the biggest Star Wars fan outside of the main movies. I don't know all the characters, so I can't really tell you exactly who Aura Singh is, but it is a key appearance, first appearance, and again, it's a newsstand, 9.4, pretty hard to find. All right, up next we have Star Wars number 10, Dark Horse. Again, it's a newsstand, so pretty small percentage of the census as newsstand. Maybe like I said, about 1, maybe 2%, but it's very hard to find. This is the first appearance of Darth Krayt. Actually, it's the first appearance of Ashrad Het, who becomes Darth Krayt. It's an 8.5. Had them pressed and clean, and I think they graded it harsher than it needs to be. I don't really see much here. Maybe I can post the notes there. But this doesn't look like an 8.5 to me. Maybe resubmitted might do better, but I think that they were unduly harsh on that. On to some higher grade books. We have J. Scott Campbell, X-Men number 1, the Rogue Negative Space variant. This is an online exclusive. This is a 9.8 white pages. Just an absolutely gorgeous book. I think it might be 2,500 copies of it. It's a Virgin variant. It's just a very nice book. Again, another Negative Space variant. This is a John Tyler Christopher, Moon Knight number 1, 9.8 white pages. Again, gorgeous book. There are some minor Newton rings on here, but they're very hard to see. You might be able to see them in person. I don't know how well it's going to come up on the camera, but there are a couple minor Newton rings on there. And we have Uncanny X-Men 221 9.0. This is I think it's gonna be a hot book. Everybody's of the idea that once X-Men come to the MCU, that they're going to probably introduce Mr. Sinister. This is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister, and because Fox used a lot of the characters, this is one that is going to be a new, fresh character, and he's really one of the biggest left baddies for the MCU. So I think it should be a hot book once that comes around. Not telling you it's going to be. I'm never one to say speculate on this because it's going to be a great deal or anything like that, but I think it's going to be a sought after book at that point. This is one that looks very similar. This is 9.8 version of Miles Morales Spider-Man 40, the Predator variant. There's no key significance in the story, but it's just a gorgeous cover. You have Miles and the Predator basically phasing out of, turning invisible, which I just think is a beautiful book. It's not going to be super high price, so please reach out to me if you're interested, and make an offer. We'll talk, and hopefully. So thank you, and help me make my collection a little bit more streamlined. I could do a video about me opening up my Giant Size X-Men number 1, and I'll be thanks to everybody that's watching the videos. If you like my content, please take a second, like and subscribe, and mix up in the comments. Please find that video where I announce my giveaway, because we're really close. I think at this point it's less than I think maybe 2 or 3 subscribers away from giving away this awesome slab 9.6 CGC Miles Morales Spider-Man 50. Won't cost you a thing. Just give me, if I pick your name, we'll ship it out to you, and you'll have a nice slab to put on your wall. If you want, you might consider cracking it. I would suggest it because it's probably not worth the value, but you know, you do you. All right, quick joke. So one day a string walks into a bar. String walks into the bar, bro, says, "Hey bartender, let me get a shot of whiskey." Bartender says, "Hey buddy, I'm sorry, we can't serve strings here. You gotta go." String's like, "Hey, I'm a good guy. Why don't you just serve me a drink?" Bartender says, "Hey, you gotta go. It's not my rule. You gotta go." So he throws the string out of the bar. The next day, the string comes back. Says, "Bartender, let me get another give me a shot of whiskey." Bartender says, "Hey buddy, I tried to be nice last time. I told you, read the sign right there. It says no strings allowed." The string says, just give me a drink. I'll be out of your hair." Bartender picks up the string, throws him out the bar. The string is like laying in the dirt. He says, "Okay, I got an idea." He goes and roughs up his edges and goes and ties himself up and walks back into the bar. He says, "Bartender, let me get a shot of whiskey." Bartender says, "Come on, man. Aren't you that string I just threw out of here?" The string says, "No, I'm afraid not." Hope you enjoyed. Thanks a lot. Find me on Instagram at Clyde Has Pressing Issues, and help me help you by helping me. Have a great day. TTFN.